If you're thinking about selling your home, you're probably aware that once you have a buyer under contract, that they're going to send in their own home inspector to go through the home and check it out, correct? Well, have you thought about doing your own home inspection before you put your home on the market? Well, today I want to give you some ideas on why you might want to do that. Hi, I'm Stewart.Ebaugh, local realtor here in the Atlanta area with Southern Classic Realtors. And first of all, you should be following my page and turn on notifications so that you'll get great content each time we post it. But today I want to show you some ideas on why you might want to do your own home inspection before you sell your house and how that can save you money. And I've got a great bonus offer for you as well. So come join me as we go take a look at some of the things on this house. So here we are in the garage, and there's a couple things in here that I wanted to point out that the home inspector had found on his inspection. First of all, the outlets in the garage here, one on each side, had reverse polarity. Basically meaning the black wire was going into the outlet where the white wire should have gone, and the white wire was where the black wire should have gone. They also do a pressure water test to make sure that your house water pressure is not too high or too low, and it's kind of set where it should be. And you have a pressure regulator in your home somewhere, and this is what it's going to look like. This is the regulator right here, and that's going to be the valve to shut off the whole water coming into your house. Well, in this particular house, the pressure was a little high, and adjusting the valve didn't do anything, so it needed to be replaced. So you can kind of see the work that needed to be done to replace that water valve, or the pressure regulating valve. And also on the water heater, the plumber had to do some work there. The drain line here, you can see how it's coming down. When they had installed it before, for some reason, they had the drain coming up and over and down before it drains outside the home. So that was incorrect. Another thing that you see, and actually it's in this house up on the furnace, with the gas line going into the furnace, but this gets written up quite a bit because the code has changed. This is a sediment trap here for the gas line coming into the water heater. In some older houses, you would see this make a turn, and the sediment trap being in line this way with the gas line. Well, that code has changed, and now this trap has to be in line with the gas line coming in before it makes that 90-degree turn there. So that is actually installed correctly, but up on the furnace, it's installed, well, what was correct at the time, but incorrectly now. One of the things that was written up on this house, you can see the breaker panel is back on, but the inspector will take that off and look at the wiring behind it. And a lot of times they'll see what's called a double tap. There's more than one wire going into each screw on the breaker. Here on this picture, you can see what it looked like that the inspector had taken with the panel box off. And you can see how there's more than one wire, all these white wires going in there. So we've got an electrician coming out that's got to straighten that out for us. Another thing that the home inspectors might write up quite a bit is when they're looking at the roof, here you can see the exhaust vents for the water heater and various appliances. But a lot of times those will get rusted, and these actually were just freshly painted yesterday. So you had to get a roofer to come out, use a steel brush, scrape off the rust and repaint it. The inspectors will write that up quite a bit if there's a lot of rust on there. And here you can see a little bit of deterioration of the siding there on the side of the chimney. Again, the home inspector will write that up. A little bit on the other side as well. It's starting to rain on us. These little pieces broken right there. Probably not a big deal, but the inspector is going to write it up. Now, another common write-up that we see a lot, if you don't have a covered front porch, as this store does not, you can see down here in the corners, water will accumulate there over the years and just kind of rot that out. We've got a guy already working on that to patch that up and repaint those. But inside the door a little bit, and even this home, you can see here in the corner, it's got some stucco peeling off. He's going to be working on that as well. But if you have a stucco house, it will get some cracks in it that you might want to have somebody take a look at. And also up here, you can notice, let's zoom in, you can see that little bit of rotten wood there on that fascia board behind the gutter right there at the roof line. There's some other places. But if that's not something that you look at very often, then you just may not notice it, but certainly the home inspector will. And let me show you another part over here that's very common here in our area, where the wood trim around the windows, if we can get back in here, the builder would typically make these out of this trim, they call it brick mold or so, very soft. Over the years, as the water runs down, you can see it giving away. So we've got a couple windows that are soft like that. Here he's already started digging that out. And they actually make, this one's got it a little bit at the top as well. So they make that same pattern trim out of vinyl, no rot stuff that Home Depot, Lowe's has, and it's almost about the same price as wood, so it would make no sense to replace that with wood. But again, simple fix, but home inspectors are definitely going to be looking for rotten wood like that. So check around your windows, check around your doors, and see if that will apply to you as well. Well, now we're inside and coming into the kitchen, as you can tell. One of the things that was written up on here that you may notice or you may not, depending on the severity, but where the dishwasher drain line comes in to the, and drains into the garbage disposal. So you can see that little rubber connection right there. It's the drain line from the dishwasher, and that had a little leak in it. So underneath the cabinet was getting wet. So that had to be replaced. It was a little $4 part, but you may not even know that that's there. Well, there's just a handful of items that may come up on a home inspection. That's certainly not an exhaustive list, because that home inspector is going to go through your house for 2.5 hours or so with a fine-tooth comb. But the more that you can identify and take care of yourself up front while you have 60, 90 days or so, the better off you're going to be, the less money that you'll spend, the better your house is going to look when you do put it on the market and the buyers start coming through. They'll see that it's well maintained, well cared for, and it'll bring you a higher price. Now, I personally believe that doing a home inspection before it goes on the market is so important that I will even pay for that myself. So reach out to me. Love to talk to you more about that. And if you found the information in this video helpful, give it a like and share it with your friends or any family that may be of use to them as well. Again, you should be following my page here and turn on those notifications so you'll be notified each time we bring you some great content. But I thank you for joining me on this video today, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.